Hari Om, Shubha Vijayadashmi to all of you. Vijayadashmi is one of the most sacred days in our culture. On this day, Vidyarambha is done. Many small children get initiated into knowledge. They begin their journey to pursue knowledge. Many new undertakings are taken up today. We worship the means that we use. So it could be vehicles, it could be machines, it could be our computers, it could be things in the kitchen. Whatever are our means, we worship those means today. Ayudha Puja it is called. Traditionally, worship of the weapons is also done, Shastra Puja. But the worship of the means is to signify that the means are as important as the goal because they lead us to the goal. On this day, there are certain things which are done traditionally. Maybe in different parts of our country, different traditions are followed, but some of them are: one worships Aparajita Devi, one worships the Shami tree, one does Sima Ullanghana and returns, one does the Shastra Puja or Ayudha Puja, one also worships the Lord Sri Ram. So these are a few things that we do generally on the Vijayadashmi day. Aparajita Devi is mentioned in the Devi Mahatmyam in Markandeya Puran that the Devatas, when they were driven out by Shumbha and Nishumbha, they invoked Aparajita Devi. And Devi had given them an assurance that whenever they are in trouble, if they invoked her, she would help them. So through the 9 days, various forms of Devi are worshipped as Navadurga or as Mahalakshmi, Mahadurga, Mahasaraswati. And on the 10th day today, after the worship of Aparajita Devi, one does the Visarjan also. So Aparajita Devi is the one who blesses the Devatas by destroying Shumbha, Nishumbha, Raktabija, Chanda, Munda, Dhumralochan, etc. and makes the Devatas victorious again and they regain their heaven. She is also equated to Mahasaraswati. Aparajita Devi, Mahasaraswati, they are worshipped in the last 3 days. So one invokes Aparajita Devi and one invokes Jaya and Vijaya, her attendants next to her, and all the three are worshipped. So one worships Aparajita Devi to seek blessings and success in all one's endeavors. That may one be undefeated and may one be blessed with Jai and Vijay, victory and glory. And after the worship, the Visarjan is also done. One also worships the Shami tree. In the Puranas, there's a beautiful shloka about it. Amangala nam shamanim, shamanim dushkritasya cha, duswapnanashinim dhanyam, prapadyeham shamim shubham. I take refuge with the blessed and auspicious Shami tree that removes all inauspicious things, evil acts, and causes of bad dreams. The Bhavishyottara Puran also says, Shami shamayate papam, Shami lohita kantaka, dharinyarjuna bananam, Ramasya priyavadini. It means Shami destroys sins. Shami has red thorns. Shami is the one who concealed the arrows of Arjun and symbolically all the Pandavas. Their Astra Shastra were hidden on the Shami tree. And Shami is the one who appealed lovingly to Lord Ram or who is very dear to Lord Ram. Hence, traditionally, it is said that when the Pandavas completed their period of exile, including the last year of incognito, they had actually tied up all their weapons for the last year of incognito on the Shami tree. And when the year got over, they reclaimed their weapons. And that's one of the reasons why the Shastra Puja is done today. Karishyamana yatrayam yatha kalam sukham maya tatra nirvighna kartritvam bhava Shri Rama pujite. O Shami, worshipped by Shri Ram, may you remove the obstacles that may arise as I march on to achieve great things, to achieve success in my endeavors, and make the path convenient and easy. So, as we know, one is not worshipping just the tree, one is worshipping the Devi. We believe that the phenomenal forces are all sentient forces. They are Devatas and Devis who govern the functioning of the whole universe, like Surya Devata, Indra Devata, Varuna Devata, Ganga Maya, Yamuna Maya. They all are presiding deities of these phenomenal forces in nature. Same way, one worships Shami Devi and seeks her blessings. Hence, in many places, there is Shami Puja also, which is done on the Vijayadashmi day. Now, this festival is also specifically celebrated by warriors, leaders, men of power, position, bravery, and so it is said. One must do Sima Ullanghana. Traditionally, the boundaries which are there of a village or of the kingdom, one comes out of the house or the palace, moves in the direction of the east, goes up to the boundary of one's village or the kingdom, and one worships the guardian angels of the directions, one does the Vastu Purush Puja, one worships the Devatas and the Supreme Lord, and then one returns. And when one comes back, the king or the leader is welcomed with arati and flowers and tilak, etc. And the king would also worship the weapons, horses, elephants, chariots, all the four aspects of the army, the cavalry, the chariots, the horses, and the elephants. Chaturangini Sena it is called. It is said that when one worships the army, this is the bhav. O goddess who is ruling over the gods, may my army consisting of the fourfold divisions attain that position or that state where there are no enemies left, and may victory come to me from all directions through your favor. It is said that the king or the leader must make the effigy of one's enemy, or even mentally bring the enemy's picture into the mind and visualize piercing the heart of the enemy with an arrow to signify that I have overcome all my enemies. I am strong, I am powerful by the grace of the mighty. And for a spiritual seeker, it is to visualize that my inner demons I am destroying. I am becoming more purer. I am letting go of my impurities. Sima Ullanghana also has a spiritual significance that we always live in the boundaries of our ego. Vijayadashmi is to conquer the ego. So when we cross the boundaries of the ego, that's the experience of Samadhi Avastha. And having experienced the divine, having understood that we are not the ego, we are the infinite pure consciousness, when we return, one comes back as though as a realized person, the Jivan Mukta. That is the spiritual significance of Sima Ullanghana. Crossing the boundaries and then stepping back, coming into the home. The idea is, having realized the absolute truth, when one lives in the society after that, then one is serving everyone. There is expression of unconditional love, tireless service, sharing of knowledge. One lives a fulfilled life and one helps others to experience that fulfillment. That is true victory of human life. That is Vijayadashami. In many places, one also burns the effigy of Ravan. So Bhagwan kills Ravan and wins the Lanka. Symbolically, may each of us conquer our own demons, destroy our ego, experience that supreme bliss. So these are various beautiful significances of what we do on the Vijayadashmi day. May the grace and blessings of the Aparajita Devi and Lord Sri Ram be with all of us. May we attain true success in our goals in life, as well as success to achieve the goal of life, that is moksha or fulfillment. Shubh Vijayadashmi.